What's up, YouTube? So anyway, y'all gotta do I'm gonna make this video, but I'm gonna do the first part for my buddy. He's a customer I've had for a long time, and he asked me to build him a system because he's got like a little 4x4 and he's got like a 2x6 or something. So anyway, bro, all you gotta do, like I put these hoses on here just to show you what you have to do to connect your hose. So all you gotta do is just take this apart, pull the hose off, and then put your hoses on. There's a splitter that's gonna go to both tables. So that's all you need, okay? So just run your hose from this line over to the system. So here's what I built you. And these come apart and they're lettered. They got letters on them so you know what goes where to back together, because I gotta ship them in a box. And you don't have to glue them because it's all low pressure. It ain't gonna come apart or leak. So basically this shit's ready to go, man. So this hose goes from there over to there. So I don't know how far away your res is gonna be, but, and then let me grab this timer real quick and show you how to set it. All right, so here you go, dude. All you're gonna do is hit mode. All right, go to timing cycle, hit set, and then just do, if you wanna do seconds or minutes or whatever, so you could just do 1 minute on, then hit set again, and then do like 24 hours off or 48 or 30, we don't make a fuck, and then just hit confirm. Boom. And now it's gonna count down. So right now the water would be running, and then when it stops, it'll go to however long you want it to go off for. Dude, no one, fucking Amazon, none of these people pay me shit, dude. I just find this stuff and it just works. So I end up, either I like it, and if I don't, I'm gonna tell you. So these are the best timers I've found on the internet. So anyway, here, let me show you how to set the rings. All right, so I made these. All it is a PEX, 1/4 inch PEX T. So I put some holes in it. See how the holes go around? So all you gotta do, the black is your 2-foot line. So those are your outside pots. And the green is your inside pots, okay? So all you gotta do is just put this in here, just like this. Stick that in, and then to get it back out, you just push in that little black button right there. And then you just wrap this back into itself facing down. So this wraps around the pot. It's fucking easy as fuck, dude. And that's it. And you need to drill a little hole in the pot also, so the line will go through, because if you don't, it'll stick out the top. So just drill a small hole through the pot, stick the line through, and then stick it right into that T, and boom, now you got a watering system. So yeah, I built this. My buddy gave me some money to put all this shit together for him, so I told him I'd do it. So I built this system specifically for him, for his exact setup that he's got. He's got a 4x4 and a 2x6. So I'm shipping all this shit out tomorrow. So I've gotten a few questions this week about a bunch of shit, and I'll probably make another video tomorrow touching bases on that. So these are the ones that you guys saw in my last video. I actually got the drip tape installed, and it's fucking badass, okay? So I've got these totes filled up. That water looks gross, but it's actually not. I did order one of these things off of Amazon, dude. That thing's badass. It tells you the ORP, which is oxygen reduction potential. And I've used this in hydro before. So what it does is it tells you the potential for oxygen reduction in your water. So if those numbers are really low, like 200, then that means your water is bad. So if as long as that millivolt is like around 380 and up, you're good. So your res is good. See how this water is really clear? I've been putting a lot of beneficial shit in here, and you can't really create a beneficial zone in standing water. It's oxygenated. So what I'm trying to do is create it in the plants, in the root zone of the plants, because I actually built these things that slide out from the tables, and all this is, it's a bilge pump that's hooked up to a 12-volt DC converter, because I really needed to get my tables lower in here, and I got so sick of them being so high. So the solution to that was this little ass tote, a freaking bilge pump wired up to a switch that goes out to a plugged out 12-volt DC converter. It's 4 amps. It's super easy. Now when the water drains, it actually recycles back to my tote, and what that does is it takes all the beneficial bacteria and the good root zone, the shit that's in the root zone, and it pushes it back to the res, So I'm not dumping all those nutrients down the water, down the drain, so I can actually recycle my nutrients. And I've done these systems before, and they work really well. I just call it like a hybrid hydro. I don't know what you want to call it, but all I'm doing is just recirculating the soil. So when I dump it, it's just like a fucking fish tank, dude. You don't want to empty it all the way out. You want to leave about 1/3 of the water in there when you do a res change. So I'll leave about 1/3 in, fill it all the way back up, and then boom, I'm golden. So as you can see, the plants love it. I got all those back there too. They're about finished up. They got about another 2 weeks left, so I'll be glad when them shits are over. So anyway, they were talking about PPDFD, man. If you guys don't know this, if you got an Android phone, you can actually go on the Play Store and download an app. It's called PPDFD Meter. And it's actually really accurate. Like, I tested it because my buddy got one of them $500 meters to check the PPDFD, and he was like, we compared, dude. I mean, you're splitting hairs, dude. I think they were only like 30 to 40 off, which is nothing. So if you're 700, he was at 700, I'm at like 740. So they weren't really that much difference. And it's a really good guideline. Like, it kind of tells you, like, if you're too much or too low, because I run in these RDJ bounds, these 720s, and they're like, how much percentage or whatever, man. These timers, dude, these dimmers are all different, so it's really hard to say. Like, I could dim this light 2 clicks down, and it's a little bit different than the other one, so I don't really trust the dimmer switches on these lights. Just use the fucking app, dude. So if you're running like ambient CO2, 600 to 800 ppdfd is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just running ambient, now if you're trying to like murder your fucking plants and you're trying to like really push them and hydro and shit, you could probably get it up to 800 plus to 1,000 ppdfd. I think anything over 1,000, dude, you're hitting DLI in like 6 hours and you're fucking your plants up. So I try to keep it simple, man, with all this shit. I don't try to overdo it. And I ended up with like much better results. So this is a pheno hunt that I'm doing. These are 4 strains in here. So I'm actually going to probably do like a breeding project. I'm going to take a couple keepers out of these, back cross them back to the moms, or cross 2 together. I haven't decided yet. So that's what I got coming up in the future, man. I'm going to try to, now that I'm away from Greenpoint and making my own stuff and doing shit for Seedleys, I'm actually going to try to do some more stuff like that. So the drip tape is so badass, dude. All it is an inline filter. And what I did was I just hooked mine up to this big ass pump because I'm using a res. Now, if I was using a dosatron like I am in the other room, you use water pressure from your city water, but you can't do RO. So in order for me to be able to use a res, I got a 4,500 gallon per hour pump in the res, and that goes to a 10 psi pressure reducer to an inline filter. You got to have an inline when you're using this drip tape because the emitters are so small. And then all that does is just run over to these lines, and you just pop a hole through there and stick that little plug in. And man, when you turn it on here, well, fuck, I can't really turn it on because I'm gonna fuck my timing system up. But so I got these on. These run for 20 minutes every 48 hours, and dude, it hooks them up. So as you can see, the drip tape just runs right down the plants, and I got them pinned in. And so it's just a steady drip when they do run. When it comes on for 20 minutes, and I get about I get enough runoff where it's like perfect. So I ain't fucking with this system, dude. This is like perfect. I love this drip tape because I had to be able to pack all these plants in here to be able to do a pheno hunt. So I flipped them early because I don't want to grow out big giant plants to figure out what I want to keep. So I can get 72 plants at a table, or 84, which is like perfect. So that's like the perfect amount. I had to move some around over here. Because some of them were overachievers. They were bigger. So I had to put all these big ones on this end. But what I'll end up coming here and defoliate all this shit. So I end up with the tops. Then I'll be able to see what I got, dude. I'll be able to see like the resin production, the terps. I'm a breeder for strong terps, potency, and mostly like vigorous. If you don't have a vigorous plant that can't yield for shit, to me, I don't give a fuck. It's got to go. So that's kind of what I'm doing, man. I'm just looking for some really standout plants. So I'll just take them in there and re-veg them. And somebody even asked me about re-vegging, and he was like, how do you do it? I was like, listen, I'll make a video. So I'll probably make another video on that later on how to re-veg, because re-veg is not hard, dude. It's not really a patience thing. It's just a fucking forget about it thing, dude. You don't want to like too many, like people doing too much, dude. They try to like concentrate on every little thing they got going on in their grow. Like that motherfucker been sitting there for like 2 weeks. And I don't even know it's there. Like I pretend like it's not even there. And next thing you know, one day I'll come up and that bitch will have fucking growth coming all out of it. So I'll get more into that later about how to re-veg. So it's best sometimes, man, to just forget shit. Just pretend like it's not even there. You know, water the motherfucker when it needs, lift the pot. If it's heavy, don't fuck with it. If it gets start getting light, water it. So anyway, yeah, I got about 2 weeks left on those. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So I was able to get these tables all the way to the ground, which is so nice, because now I can actually like look and see how they're doing. When the tables are fucking way up in the air, dude, it pisses me off because I can't see down into the plants and I miss things. Like I can't see what they're doing. Like I want to be able to look down on them and see exactly if there's something that I need to tweak or bend or whatever. So anyway, well shit, hold on. The fucking lens is dirty, but I ain't remaking this video, so fuck that. So that's pretty much it, man. I got a bunch of seeds that I just got finished up. So if you guys have any questions, like if y'all have anything that you want me to make a video about, just let me know. Just put it in the comments, because I read most of them. And you know, we were talking today about shit, and I was just telling people like, dude, I started from the ground up, just making these videos for people to learn from. And I didn't go to college for it. Like I didn't go to college. I didn't go to college and never grew a plant in my life. And all of a sudden I just decided to take a course on video and I fucking get a college credit to make a YouTube channel and pretend like I'm an expert gardener. That's not how it happened. I've been gardening my entire life. YouTube came after, you know what I'm saying? This was before. So that's pretty much like where I'm at with it. So anyway, yeah, if you guys have any questions or whatever, just shoot it in the comments. Thanks for watching.